Yep. Y'all know what it is on Friday. It's Friday out here, man. Friday. Thank God it's Friday for some people. But then some of us still got to get out there. We got to do what we got to do, man. I don't know. I don't know what this existence is turning into, but I don't know. Sometimes, a lot of times, I don't like it. And I'm not the type of person that wants to sit back and just go for a ride. I like to know where I'm going. And some people don't. Some people don't care. Oh, I'll just get on there. You just want to go for a ride? I'm not a baby no more. Kids like to go for rides, but I just don't like to go for a ride, man. And it seems like in every aspect of life right now, it's just like everything's a ride. And you know what I mean? I'm tired of, I'm not at Disney World, Disneyland, and nothing like that. Great America, something like that. You know, Six Flags and nothing like that. I'm not there. So I'm tired of these rides, man. And for some people it's okay, but for grown folk, it's not okay, man. If you're a grown man, my native people are going through a whole lot of stuff, man. They suffering from this whole COVID thing for some reason. The ones that's on the reservation and stuff, and I don't get that. For me, it's a ride. I don't like it. Definitely do not condone it. And just hopefully, this thing will ease up soon, and we can get back to doing what we got to do, and we can talk the way that we need to talk. But it is what it is right now, because we don't have nothing that we can do to change that. And I see a couple of my little partners out there. I see my champs out there. D to the Bailey, Derek Bailey out there, and I see Gil, my little brother out there. Hurricane Gil is always going to be in the chat. Y'all already know that. Y'all know that Hurricane Gil is going to show up, especially on Friday, because he like to put hands on Friday and make his day. So y'all come in here and make his day on the Friday if you want to, or you just come in and enjoy what we talk about. It's grown folk stuff. It's not all 100% grown up all the time, but it's grown folk. It's just like we only take so much, trouble. And sometimes we just don't take no trouble. It's like, that's trouble? Okay, it's out. Sometimes we in trouble before it can start. And when I say we, y'all know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about Gil. No. Yeah, I'm talking about everybody. But anyway, salute to y'all, man. Derek Bailey says, salute at Eagles Web Boxing. And then, of course, Gil Cole, my brother, says, what's up, Eagles Web? Yeah, y'all know what's up, man. It's Friday. That's what's up. And there's always a lot of chattering around. And we like to cover some of it. I don't like to cover all of it. But I guess we getting at least one fight, maybe two fights. So if we're talking boxing, we're getting a couple of fights that we want coming up. So, and I'll ask y'all. So we're gonna talk about these. So we don't know if it's still gonna be available or something like that. So we're gonna mention four of them, and of course, two of them is on a night that is not a good night. Like for me, I don't like this night. The two of the fights are on. And also, nobody reminded me, and I didn't know, that young fighter, man, last month lost his life, man. The one that fights for Floyd. Just signed that contract. That 22-year-old, we was just talking about his fight. Because we didn't think he looked impressive, but he looked good, but he doesn't look that impressive. But I didn't know he had lost his life, man. Like I said, there's a lot of stuff to try to keep up with in this boxing and world and all that, especially when you're not a news person, when you're supposed to be, or you should be a news person, but you're just not. That's me. I'm just not the news person. You know what I mean? I'm not always in the news, peeping around the news. I try to get the boxing news because we need that. But that wasn't. I don't think that was even covered in boxing news, from my understanding. I don't think it was covered like in a lot of boxing media did not have that and did not cover that. So anyway, just condolences out to the young man if he had a family, or to his family and everybody, man. That's a tragic. That's a tragic way to end your existence here. You know, we all got to end, but god dang, man, who wants to? I mean, why would you have to, or even get shot or something? That's just not. It's not good. Not good at all. But we got to talk about this, man, what we want to see and what we saw in fighters. Like, because we got a lot of fighters up here that we're not seeing what we need to see in them. You see what I mean? We're just not, you guys ain't showing us, you know. And then, of course, we got Swamp Monster coming up too. I just read some brief news on him, but my question, my biggest question today is going to be: are the fighters, you know, fighting who we need to see them fight? And that's the big thing. Are they fighting who we need to see them fight? And should a lot of them should fighters come back? I mean, there's so many stories out there that we could cover, but I want to try to, you know, go into the weekend, you know, let everybody go, you know, get into the weekend without thinking too much, just nothing but boxing. And of course, we still got the call outs. And I told you guys this was going to happen. Remember, I told you this was going to happen. I told you that there's going to be rumors and propaganda and all that. I already told you that now everybody's going to be wanting Charlo and all that. So I already know, because he's in that position now. And to be honest, I'll take your opinion. You know, I'll take your opinion on it. But for me, I don't know if y'all want to agree with me or not. But for me, I don't think it's genuine, Gil. You just talked about it the other day. I don't think all this, everybody wanting mail all of a sudden, I don't think it's genuine, man. I don't think it's genuine. I think they really trying to, they want star status now. Oh, he'll pay. How can he got pay-per-view. He a pay-per-view star now. And I'm going to tell you something about that suspect personality, Sean Porter. Now, that suspect personality, Sean Porter, he works the fights, commentates and everything else, right? So what kind of look is that? Was he looking like, okay, since I'm right here with everybody, I got the mic in my hand and all that, I'm doing fights, I'm doing interviews and all that, so maybe they'll look at that and they'll put me up in that upper status. Does anybody feel that way? Because I kind of feel that he was trying anything show. It's not just showtime, but it's showing out. It's showing out time for Sean. So it's like, okay, yeah, if maybe I can sneak in the back door. People try to sneak in, you know what I mean? He wants to sneak in. But it's too late for you guys, man, because Charlo did what he had to do. And he set the standard of what you guys have to do. And we're not, you know, I don't think we're seeing, besides these, I think these 4 fights are, I think I'm pretty good with them, because we want to see any fights, but I think I'm pretty good with the 4 fights. Yeah. So, I'm pretty good with those, but a lot of them, I don't know, these fighters ain't fighting. And that's why they get clowned. That's why people like Gil come in here and clown like Terrence Crawford and stuff. It's like, dude, you ain't fighting nobody, man. Who you gonna fight, man? I know I beat the dog up so much I don't even want to. You know what I'm saying? He's crippled by now. I beat that dog up, man, so many times, man, and I'm not even really like trying to murderize him, but just beating him down a little bit. Yeah. You said you don't see Porter like that. Okay, that's good. Well, he might not be trying to sneak in, Gil, but I bet he doesn't think it hurts him. What do you think? I bet he don't think that hurts. I bet he don't think that hurt, though. Do you think he thinks it hurts, or that it can only add? Because if you got connections, you're more likely to be able, especially if I work for a company like that, like say I work for Showtime or something like that, I'm an employee or something like that, and I'm up there not necessarily the CEO or nothing like that, but I'm in one of those executives. I'm like right with them. You think I'm not going to try to use any kind of influence? Think about it. You're not going to go you're not going to knock on the boss's door or make an appointment. Let me see the boss about something. I wonder if I can get up on here, boss, because, I think my name's Showtime, and I'm not saying Shine, but I'm just using his Showtime, moniker. My name's Showtime, and, I think I can, put some butts in some seats, and I feel like we can get this done. I think after this fight, I'm going to be rated, pound for pound. Yeah. Derek Beatty say, what do you mean being number one for the WBO? Derek Beatty said, see, Derek Beatty, I wasn't going as far as you going with it. Derek Beatty said brown nosing. I wasn't, well, am I just being too nice or something? Because Derek Beatty said brown nosing. Am I just being too nice or something? I'm not trying to actually be nice. I'm trying to make a point. I didn't want to come out and just say it like that, but I was trying to put it in more of a, at Derek Beatty, I was trying to put it in more of a professional standing when I was saying it. I'm saying like, well, if you're in there, why wouldn't you try at something? You know what I mean? It's just like, I'm sure that certain people, there's on executive levels, like, and some, let's just go off of boxing, same top, but off of boxing. So they work for a certain place that makes hamburgers, right? And they make the best hamburgers, best fries, and all that. Okay, so one of the top guys, they're just making money. They're just going off the menu. He just has like something, a brainstorm. This comes to him, and he says, I got an idea for a new product, new burger or something like that. He's not on the marketing team or nothing like that. He's not on the development team or something like that. But if he had that great idea and it was a great idea, do you think he's going to waste it and not, or bring it to another company, or is he going to bring it to his company and maybe get rewarded for it? So that's the way that I looked at it. I wasn't trying to be, because I can always, Sean is easy. You see what I mean? Sean is easy to go off on. He's very easy for me because I don't like him, man. And I'm not saying I don't have nothing against him, as far as his boxing. He's good boxer, but just I feel a lot of hate, man. I'm telling you, man. I don't know if y'all just ain't feeling, man. I feel some jealousy with Sean, man. Cause Sean to go in there and hate on your ass quick. Oh, you ain't gonna win. Such and such gonna win, and then his fighter that he picks get destroyed. I'm like, get out of here, man. I don't know. Sean he's on the bubble. He's on the fence of hate. I'm just gonna say that. I might be wrong. Maybe I'm wrong, man. If I'm a grown ass man, so I apologize if I'm wrong. But it seemed like to me that he on some kind of hate shit. Him, a lot of people, man. And now even I'm gonna be honest. If this guy would have stayed busy, he wouldn't be on that hate shit. And another one that's on that hate shit is that damn Tank. I'll put a 1 up if you can hear me when I come back. My internet's been going in and out. Remember I had the internet problem. They had to fix it, so-called fix it. But I'll see you down there. But Derek Ray said brown nose. He come back and said that's true. Then Bill Cole said, what do you have Porter ranked at 47? That's actually a good question. If you can hear anything, if you can hear this, you hear that? Then put up a 1, and then I'll answer that question. I'm waiting to see if there's any 1s up there, man. If you guys had to reconnect with me, because I got disconnected twice. I know I'm making this annoying sound. Okay, there we go. So with Porter, I don't want to put nobody like as even. You know what I mean? Like they're tied with such and such. I don't want to put them like that. But for me, with Porter, Porter has to be like around. I think Porter would be 4, 3 or 4. Because there's an unknown. The reason I got to put him 3 or 4 because I got to put Crawford up there. I don't really want to put Crawford up there, but I got to put him up. I got to put Porter up there. It's not really a hard earn 3 or 4, but it's like he's been putting in the work. Even with the L's, he's been putting in the work, and so that's why he stays up there. Because he did beat Danny, he lost to Keith, but Keith lost to Manny, and then I guess Earl will clean the picture up next month. He will make it more clear, but as it stands right now, I would say like 3 or 4. Still got to put him at 3 or 4. I don't know. Derek Bailey got him at 1. No, I'm just kidding. Derek Bailey put the 1 up because he can hear me again. Yeah, but D to the Bay said he's still a top 5. And then Gil Cole said if Sean said EJ was going to beat Danny, would he be hating on Danny? He'd be hating on either one of them if no matter what he says. He can't say nothing about his division. And I don't know if you understand that or not, but you might understand that. You can't say nothing about your division. You can say that your division is tough and stuff like that, you know, but if you fought a couple of people, you can't really say nothing. You got to shut your ass up. To be honest, you do. In your division, you got to shut your ass up. You can always give your opinion. As a fighter, you should just be giving a little bit of your opinion, and you should be more like some of the older fighters that are retired. And a lot of them just say it's a pick 'em fight, or something like that. Or they'll lean towards somebody or something like that. But if you just come out and say, oh, such and such is going to mop, you know, such and such, you know, that's because you're putting yourself in a certain status when you do that. You know what I mean? Because what you're doing is you're big up in yourself, but you're doing it in a slick way. Like I said, I don't like nobody just trying to be slick. Don't be slick. Don't be slick. Just be laid back. When somebody's fighting, just let them fight, man. Just if you want to pick somebody, you know, you can side, or you know, I give them somebody an edge or something like that, or just, you know, they're both tough. I'll just say, oh, they both. If I'm fighting in a certain division, I say, oh, they both, you know, tough competitors. You know, it's pretty, you know, just pretty good match. You know, whoever wants it. That's because that's what it really is when it comes to boxing, right? Isn't it whoever wants it? It's skills, but it didn't. On top of the skills, is whoever wants it. Because you can have all the skills that you want, but if you don't want it, you're not gonna win. You're just not gonna win at all, even with your skill set. You know, if you don't want to, because you can just go in there like you just messing around, like I don't feel like this, and you end up losing. But any weight division, I think fighters should shut the hell up. Talk about another weight division, because you'll seem like you hate, especially if you lost. If you lost to both of them, you're gonna seem like a hater. And I'm just putting that out there because it is what it is. That's what you just gonna seem like a hater. If you talking, just don't say nothing, because you seem like a hater all of a sudden. And that's the best advice for me, is you sound like a hater. So don't end up sounding like a hater. That's it. Don't end up sounding like a hater. And that's what you do. If you talk about your division, you're going to end up sounding like a hater. Okay. Because, let's go. So I think, is Prograis fighting? I thought I had it pulled up. So, Regis, so we'll talk about all these subjects, though. Because the thing is, are we getting the fights that we need to see? And is Regis about to fight the person that we want to see him fight? The Swamp Monster. So Swamp Monster fighting, is he fighting, who's he fighting? Hernandez or something like that? But is he fighting who we want him to fight? Let me see. Let me just make sure, because I had it pulled up. I don't know what happened. Yeah, let's just see. Because this ain't, and plus and then on top of that, Heraldez. But on top of that, how come Regis, how come you're not fighting? How come you didn't get that re-up? How come nobody's getting re-ups? How come somebody is re-upping for the smoke? Nobody that I know of. I haven't even heard about the guy that just fought, Jason. I haven't even heard about him fighting. Right? Or asking for that fight again. So we're going to see. But we're going to see. So, and okay, now just pull this up. This is Box Live. So I'm going down. So I'm going down a little bit. I gotta learn how to get all this stuff on the screen the right way, because sometimes I can't put it up on the screen. So I just leave it and I just tell you guys where I'm at. So Box.live. So, and they had fights that they wanted to have, like, even over the summer. So they wanted to have Prograde versus Garcia. I don't know. I would have wanted, that would have been good for me. Yep. Or Ramirez. Now, should he be fighting Heraldez or should he be fighting Ramirez? Because remember, they had him in the talks for Crawford and all kinds of, everybody. And matter of fact, when he fought Taylor, he had a bigger record than Taylor did, right? When he lost to Taylor. And so this is the whole thing. If everybody still thinks you're a killer, oh, there you go. Yeah, Derek Banks said Prograde just signed with PBC. Yeah, but besides signing with PBC, so is he? Now, since we're on him for a second, we'll get on and off him. You know what I'm saying? We'll just do a quick jump. So, in anybody's mind, is he still a killer? Is what I want to know. Is Swamp Monster still a killer? That's what I want to know. That would be great to know if Swamp Monster is still a killer. Is he still a killer? Or has he been exposed? Yep. And then D to the base said Josh Taylor beat him kind of easy. Yep, he's putting hands on him. That style, man, I'll tell you, man, leaning over like that, when you got that hunch over type of shit and hunchy back like Yard and all them, when you got that kind of style, man, if you can't get in and fire off some shots and get the hell out, I don't know, man. I don't know. You gonna lose. I'm not hating on you, but you're gonna lose. I know that, because there's gonna be a stand-up fighter that's gonna whoop that ass. I'm telling you. And the guy that we brought up that had fought the kickboxing, Michael Nunn, they had to do all that time in jail. I still, to this day, I still think that he could have beat James Toney if he would have just, stayed on his game plan and not showboated. If he wouldn't have been clowning, because he was beating James Toney easy. That's the only person I ever seen that was actually beating James Toney easy. If somebody want to agree or disagree, for me, that was the only person I seen that was beating him easy. Yep. But D.J. Bay says, so no need to see that again. But we need to see, if you still, because Gil's saying he's still a monster. I think that's why he put yes down. Is that why you put yes down, Gil? Because you still think that he's still a swamp monster, or what? Is he still a monster? Okay, is it okay if Crawford moves down and fights him? Are we okay with that? Are we okay if he fights Crawford? So that's another question right there. Yeah. See, and then D to the Beatty, he says, I think that he was exposed. Says he is limited and gets hit too much. And we'll see that. And then look at my little brother coming back starting some shit. He said Eagles whip said, I ain't hating, but you gonna lose. You gonna lose. Hey, I ain't hating, but you gonna lose. That's a good statement. Is that a good statement? Yep. I ain't hating, but you gonna lose. And I don't know if Prograis is. I don't know if he's the goods, man. They be moving up. See, a lot of times I get scared of these fighters, man. Even when Keith came in, I was scared. I was like, no, there's a lot of hype. And you already know, D to the baby, you know, there's a lot of hype. When there's a lot of hype, you gotta be kind of cautious. Like, wait, that's a little bit of hype right there. So I don't know if he's gonna get this done or not. But the question about Prograis was, is this his best fight? Should he have this fight? Because I don't want to talk about like long range fights for people. I don't want to talk about that today. I want y'all to talk about. So we're not gonna talk about all divisions. Y'all can go to another division if you want to. Let's try to stay with. Okay, we're already at junior welterweight. So let's do from junior welterweight on up. Let's not go way down. Well, because we do have one that's down there, but we'll talk about that too. But that's the question. Is the next fighter, is Geraldes, is that the next fighter he should be fighting? What do y'all think? Because I see D to the baby said, no, you got your ass whooped pretty easy, so you don't need no more Taylor. Taylor ain't going to look good in your future. Well, what about somebody like Garcia? Should come down, or Ramirez or something like that? Who should fight him? Crawford? You say if he move up. So this question, I'm just asking, man, so these fighters, man, are they going to just end up being exposed? And see, Gil falls in love with the fighters, though. Gil, stop falling in love with the fighters, man, because she going to be in there with them. You know what's going to happen? When you come in here, hey, look, Gil, when you bring your ass in here, what I'm going to do, I'm going to handle you along with the fighter that I'm handling. I'm going to mix your name up in there, so when I'm stirring the pot up, guess what? Your ass is in there with them, Gil. Because it's not about the one loss. It's like, it's the mouthpiece. And it's, okay, and then what Derek Bailey said that he got handled easily. Derek Bailey said Josh Taylor beat him kind of easy. Okay, so where are we still talking about the one loss? Or are we talking about the ass whooping? We're not talking about the one loss. We're talking about the ass whooping. So if you're talking about, that's different. A fighter can lose 2 fights, 3 fights. And fighters have lost a few fights and was still like great. All close, all bull. It's like you might have a bullshit call, then you have a close call. You know, you say it could have went either way, and then you do the replay like, oh shit, he won. But it's too late. That can happen. But if you get handled easy, I don't care. We're not talking about the win-loss category. We're talking about who do we want to see your ass with next? Who got neck? That's what we want to see. And I see my brother down there, Deep Low 404 in there. He's up in here. I get down to him. I know I'm falling behind, but because Gil's ass. Yeah, Derek Bailey agreed with. He said, yeah. Derek Bailey said, yeah. He said, yeah. None was handling Tony. That's what I'm saying. None was piecing his ass up till he got caught. I'm saying if he'd have just fought his fight, all that showboat and stuff, because the crowd was having too much fun with it. If he'd have just fought his fight, it would have been an easy fight. He would never had to fight him no more. But that would have changed history too, though. That would have changed that would have changed boxing history just right there. That's that one win would have changed boxing history. Because Nunn was on fire though. I like Nunn though. He stand up. He's a straight fighter, but he could move. He's tall, had that long neck and stuff. Could move back on your ass and just do the Ali on you. Just get out the way of punches and shit. Just a good fighter and could set your ass up for the knockout. Yep. But yeah, if you move up, but I'm not talking about. See, Gil put this down there. A boxer lose one fight and he ain't the same fighter. No, we're not talking about just losing the one fight. We're talking about how you lose. Get your ass back in there and fight then. Don't say, oh, he lost one fight and then he's stepping down. Okay, so okay, a show of numbers. Somebody give me, if you think Heraldez, so somebody tell me this. As far as Josh Taylor, okay, and Heraldez, y'all give me a letter grade for either one of them. Give me a letter grade for him. Like, is he an A-level fighter or a B-level fighter? So for Taylor, put T, just put A. You don't have to put the whole thing down. Just put T is an A or B plus, A minus, whatever. And then Heraldez, then y'all give me a number for him. So I want y'all to help me pad my own argument against Gil. I see down there, Sir to the Flame up in here. Salute to Sir to the Flame. I'm going to get to y'all. Huh? But I don't see him at D to the Bay. I'm going back over your question not your question, but your remark over and over again. I don't see no action, that much action for him at 147 right now. Because these fighters, and here's another question. So here's another question for everybody who's out there. So you got fighters, all these fighters that always want to move up. So what's the big deal about moving? Are we trying to just chase weight categories? Are they moving up for clout? Or what the hell why is everybody talking about some kind of weight movement? Canelo with his weight movement. Everybody with their weight movements. What the hell is this all about, man? Who started this shit and where's all this going? Huh? Because fighters usually just move up like one weight category at a time after a while. They don't just, I want to jump up to this for what? You've been fighting. Like, if I hear somebody's fighting welterweight their whole career, they'll say, I just want to move up and fight the champ. Get your ass out of here. I'm just telling you, get your ass out of here. You trying to pull something over somebody's eyes and shit. I'm not falling for it. Now, I got some youngsters in there maybe, but most of the people that mess with Eagle is at least over 30. I might have a 20-year-old out there, a 19-year-old out there, but they probably not in here right now. But everybody's usually around the same age, like around 30-something, maybe 40. But there's nobody in here. Ain't no teenagers coming here starting no shit like that. And y'all scared to answer the question. I see Sir Flame put something on there. I get down there, because I got to read y'all salutes and stuff. But yeah. So, Heraldez, is Heraldez a better fight? Is that a step up? There we go. I'm getting Gil's ass slowly. Is Heraldez, is that a step up or a step down or 2 steps down from Taylor? And I'm not talking about on pro grade. Is that a step up? A step up, a step, 2 steps up, 2 steps down, or is that a side step? Or is that a duck? Damn, see, there we go. Now I put it all out there. And somebody's going to have some words on it. Cadillo in here. So Gil will act right now. If he's still here, Gil might have left. He's scared of D-Lo for some reason. I'm going to have to give him some fear factor appeals or something. Yeah, but yeah, Gil Koza, this is what's wrong with boxing. But no, it's not about the loss. It's about how you lose and what's going to happen. Because guess what? J-Rock still talking shit. Huh? J-Rock is still talking. Is it, how many people believe in him? Yeah. But D-Lo 404 says salute. And then D-Lo 404 says salute to all. And I got him and Sir Flame coming in. Derek Bay said Progress can still get in some big fights, but he isn't who we thought he was. And that's what I'm saying, man. See, a lot of people don't want to face it. Like, I know he lived close to you, Gil, but everybody still want to big up these fighters, man. But it's like, you showed us. We know styles make fights, but go back and change the style and go back and get it. Because the whole narrative, the biggest narrative between today and yesterday is yesterday should not be compared with today. That's what people always say. And these fighters are showing us that yesterday you can't compare to yesterday. Because yesterday I still wanted you again. Like, no, I got to get this again. But today you take an ass whooping and that's it. And you say one fight and he ain't the same fighter. No, it's not one fight, you ain't the same fighter. It's just that when you moved up to show us what kind of fighter you was. And I think that's what D to the Bailey is trying to say. Because we know about the styles and all that, but I'm saying, but we say he's just not who we thought he. Okay, we'll leave him. Okay, I'm gonna leave him as a monster for y'all. If y'all want him to still be the Swamp Monster, that's my name for him. Then okay, he could be the Swamp Monster. I'm gonna leave it alone. I'm not gonna keep messing with it. I'm not gonna keep going because Gil Cole, he's back to the basics. There's my little brother. Oh, styles make fights. Okay. Just like Derek Bailey said, like Porter, and there we go with Porter too. So Porter is. Come on, Porter. Okay, so Porter, this is Porter's first mistake. Okay, I'm just telling you, because everybody wanted to big up Porter. This is his first and biggest mistake to me. His first and biggest mistake is not going back and get that re-up to get his strap back from Kell Brooks. That's his biggest mistake. Sorry, that's his biggest mistake. Because now Earl looks like the champion. Like, okay, I wouldn't have got your belt. You wouldn't even go get your strap now. Okay. So that's what gave him the bad look for me. And then always talking, always saying something. Stop talking about somebody in your division. Yeah, yes, you want him. Ask for him next. You see what I mean? Ask for the fighter next, but don't start talking shit about somebody in your own division, because then you sound like you hate him. Because you can go in there and get it. But anyway, Sir to the Flame says, salute at Eagles Way of Boxing, salute to the chat, and as always, jab that like button on y'all deck. He said, don't get naked. Eagles Way of Boxing. Got the 100 up good, got the glove up good, and got the, you know what I'm saying, got the weapons up good, baby, with the fire. Y'all know what it is, man. Sir to the Flame. He said both B for me. See? Both B fighters. You losing to B fighters. And then D to the Bailey said, I think Taylor is a B fighter. See? You losing to a B fighter. So, Sir Flame and Derek Bailey is already killing your little argument that you want to try to have that about the one loss. No, it's the way you lose. And do you still want to eat after you lose? No, we got to get that re-up. I'm going to knock his ass out this time. You're not even going to say nothing like that? So what about Heraldez? Is that a step up or a step down? Yeah, that's what Derek Bailey said, that they can eat more, no discipline. Right? If that's what it is, if you want to move up, yeah, Sir Flame said, laughing my ass out. He said, usually you move up when it's too hard to make weight. But they moving up just to say they did. That's it. See, Sir Flame get what I'm saying, though. See, a lot of people don't get it. Sir Flame saying, yeah, usually they say, oh, man, it's too... This is what they say, Sir Flame. They say it's getting too hard to do what? To make the weight. Isn't that what they usually say? Something like that? Oh, man, they say, I'm struggling to make the weight. I just can't make it. No, my body's getting too big. I'm getting, my man strength or something like that. They'll say something like that. Like, my man strength is getting there and I'm just getting too big. I can't make it. But they'll struggle. And see, this is another thing that they've been playing us on. This is how they've been playing us. See, what they do is they struggle. They still can't they can't even make the damn weight, and they'll still fight at the weight. And they'll see, this is what they do now, which is stupid. Then you're not even getting paid like $10, $15 million, but they'll take the hit to the pocket. They'll take the hit to the pocket and miss weight by 3-4 pounds. I'm like, how stupid is that? Just move your ass up or get your ass in shape. If you can't, you got to move up. Oh God, dang! Look now, D-Lo in there clowning. He said, "What?" He said, "What is this Heraldez?" He said, "Where does he work at?" God dang! He's a fighter, man. You know he's a fighter. Who? Yeah, I know you're talking about. He said, "Who is he?" And that's the point I'm trying to make. And D-Lo hit it right on the head right there when he's asking, "Well, who is this?" It's just like when Gil comes up and talks about Jeff from the tire shop. It's like, who the hell is this? It's not for clout. What is it for? Is that to just pad? Is it to build your resume, or is it to pad your resume after a loss? I gotta get back on the winning track. Okay, so we're grown, so we can say that, or so we can look at stuff the right way. We can look at stuff like, are you trying to pad the situation? Are you padding, or are you adding? Is it a pad or is it an ad? Okay, so that's what it is. Is it a pad or is it an ad? Yep. Sir Flame said, I seen her sparring with Effie. Well, sparring matches is something else, man. I'm telling you, man, if you're in the right gym, all the fighters, no matter what weight you are, except for like the real tiny guys, everybody spars with everybody. Everybody. You have a welterweight in there with a heavyweight, man. Everybody spars together. You just get your ass in there. See, I want to see what you can do. I mean, because what it is, see, people take it. See, and I'm not jumping on you about this or nothing like that. See, when people take it wrong sometimes when somebody's fighting a heavier fighter or sparring a heavier fighter. So this is what it is. The coach is going to give you instructions of what you're going to do against that certain fighter. And the heaviest fighter is not going to go like all out on you. And he's going to be getting hurt by you too. But he still ain't going to go all out. He's keep his discipline. He's not going to go all out. And that's just that's for your strength, man. To show you, hey, if you can push this big guy around, it's for confidence too. You know, push this big guy around, you ain't going to have a problem with somebody your size. But for me, I don't like the look, Gil. You could like it, and you guys can still give up the Swamp Monster big ups if you want to. But for me, it's just like D'Lo said. Who is he? Who is Geraldez? Where does he work at? Where does he work? And that's what it seems like. It's like, where in the hell does he work? Is he a fighter? People don't know like that. You see what I mean? It's like, you trying to drop out of existence. Okay, look, you're trying to drop out of existence right in front of us. So I can take it different ways. I could take it like, well, maybe you shook a little bit and you trying to build your confidence back up. Or maybe you really just realize that this is not for you, but you still want to stay a little bit relevant. That's all I'm saying. Okay, so, and anybody can have, if you want to have another perspective on it, then you can have that. Gil Cole said Taylor is an A. God, he gave Taylor an A. He said Geraldez is 19, so maybe a C, because he's ranked 19. God dang. See, so you're answering my question without even answering. So, but I still got to take it, even with that. What you saying he's a C, so that's a step down. Oh, so if it's a couple of steps down, so that's what you more or less go A to C, that's a couple of steps down. So a couple of steps down. Now, is that to pad the record? Or is it to add the record? See, there we go. Is it to pad or add? Damn, Derek Brady said, I don't even know who Geraldo is. Don't nobody know Geraldo. God dang. Don't everybody like it, does he play? What does he do? Play basketball? And he's fighting too? Damn. And then Derek Brady said exactly at D-Lo. He said, who is Geraldo? God dang. See? And that's what happens in Eagles way of boxing, because grown folks is going to say, hey, we don't know this cat like that. We don't know him. Yep. Yeah, Sir Flame said, I said that before Porter it called everyone out except that nigga that took his belt. That's what happens. Yeah, but then when he lost his damn belt, like I said, you should have brought your ass over there and got your belt. Taylor's undefeated. If you're asking who beat Taylor, I think isn't he undefeated? I don't know of him as being somebody who's lost yet. And yes, I'm just missing out. Yes, I missed some fights or something. Yeah. And yes, I missed some fights. I don't think he lost a fight. Yeah. And I don't know, we got another one up in here, y'all. I just noticed right here in gray, somebody down here, Linroy. I don't know who he is. I don't know what the hell he's talking about. I'm not gonna read once he said I'm coming somewhere, then that's automatic. I gotta stop reading right there. I don't know who this troll is. But anyway, yeah, salute to where I'm at. See, Derek Brady said I saw that also at Surf Flame. Heard took looked like a heavyweight. Yeah, Herden got big though. That's one thing, he got big though, but that ain't getting big. Don't strengthen your chin up. Yeah, Sir Flame at Derek Bailey. Yep, and then Derek Bailey. Okay, y'all salute. Yeah, and you know this guy Derek Bailey. Derek Bailey, the champ up in here. I don't know, but you got somebody talking to you too. So I don't know. I don't know who this guy. I don't know who this guy is. If y'all don't know him, I mean, I don't want y'all to just. But whatever he said, he's full of shit about me. As soon as he says coming somewhere or doing something, he's already full of shit. So he's coming in here. He's just a troll. So y'all just dispose of him as you want to. Y'all can just put his ass on infinite timeouts or whatever y'all want to do with him. But I don't want his ass in here. I don't want his ass in here talking to nobody. He don't know nobody. Yeah. But if y'all want to just have conversations with him, y'all can. It's Friday, so y'all can do what you want to. Y'all can freelance. Y'all can have fun with him, and then smash his ass out or whatever, or just let him stay. But I don't know him. And I don't know nothing about going nowhere to some kind of chats or whatever he's saying up there. I may go back and see what he's talking about. He's talking about D. Jeffs. So D. Jeffs, he sounds like he clowning Gil or something, talking about Jeff from the tire shop or something. I don't know. Well, we stayed on Prograde for a while though, but I'm not trying to talk bad about him and Sean, but you guys got to make these moves though, because I don't want the discussion to be about. I don't want the discussion today to be about down in the like a couple of fights. No, we don't want to talk about a couple of fights from now. So from 140 on up, we need to see who needs to fight now. Like now. I don't want to hear nothing about, such and such is fighting such and such. No. Who needs to fight right now? Who does Regis really need to fight at 140? Or does he just need to move the hell out of 140? Who does he need to fight right now? What's a good choice? Somebody give me a good choice. Everybody like, who the hell's Heraldez? God dang. That's what everybody talking about. Everybody, who's this? Nobody know nothing about him. I'm just saying that nobody's paying attention to it. When people don't care about you like that, when they just like, man, I don't know who you is, dude. You fight. We thought you was a fisherman or something. So if everybody think you a fisherman, it's just not a good look for you. If everybody think you a fisherman, yeah, I didn't want you to be a fisherman, but that's what it is. What it is. Yeah. Because nobody's talking about you, dude. But we see that he has went through a lot of people though. He has won, but I'm gonna tell you, like, one of the fighters they did beat is this that he has in common with Terrence Crawford is Julius Ndongo, but we know he just don't have a chin. He just no chin there. So, and I'm talking about the Regis, but we got to watch your ass, Regis. We got to watch you, because if you're fighting people and you got my chat, you got grown folks saying, "Who the hell is this?" Then it's not a good look for you, man. It's not a good look. I'm just saying, it's not a good look. Yeah. And I got to make sure that you're not. As far as Heraldez, let me just check. We got to make sure you're not the same. Let me see. We got to see, because the thing about Heraldez is I can't. I mean, he only lost one fight, but I can't. I don't have a whole lot of information on him. And I guess that's one of the reasons I brought him up. Is because we don't have no information on you, dude. It's like you snuck in. Okay, so is that the fight now? I mean, because Prograde, he wants AB. At least that's the talk we got to keep hearing. But if you rate Taylor with AB, what kind of, is he taking a step up or step down or a step to the side? Is that a padding move or is that a boss move? What kind of move is it, y'all? And matter of fact, I don't know. What kind of competition would AB be for Taylor? On top of that too, everybody. Yeah. God damn. Look at like even D-Lo, everybody getting on Geraldes. Man, I didn't mean for everybody to get on Geraldes as much as they are. Everybody saying Geraldes, they sound like a made up fighter. Like because remember the amateur, because there was an amateur, he only had like a couple of fights, but Geraldes did. But that's crazy. Everybody hating, man. Okay, let's look at Box Live. Let me see if I can find it, man. I gotta find a better way to get this stuff up on for y'all, man. So yeah. So okay. So here we go. So he's 5'8". He got long reach though. His reach is 70.5. Orthodox, 16 wins. He got 10 KOs. His KO percentage is 63%. 0 losses, 0 been stopped. He got 1 draw, and he's been fighting since 2009. 77 rounds. And this is on Box.live, but I don't have any other stats for him, just so y'all know that he is a real fighter. But I don't have the stats because it doesn't say, put his rankings up here. So he's not ranked very high. And it may be, and then again, I'm still thinking, man, how come, the thing about it, man, if you, see, the thing about Eagles Chat, man, is, see, grown folks, y'all, it's hard to fool us, man, and D-Lo is on, everybody on his ass is like, okay, yeah, it's very suspect. And I'm telling you, the reason you suspect, because nobody really seen you fight. We know your record and all that. We never seen you fight, and guess what? Why you don't have no available pictures of you? All you got is that little black outline, like I told y'all from Def Jam, suspect. Now you know you suspect if in every criminal lineup against in the whole United States that you're invited for the lineup. You know your ass is suspect. You know you suspect when you get in that line, everybody else just leave the line. You know your ass is suspect. You suspect. If you get in a criminal lineup and everybody see that all the rest of the criminals is suspects, see you walking up and they leave, and so they just leave too, then your ass is suspect. And that's what we thinking a swamp monster is. Everything sounds a little suspect to us. And I'm just saying that's for Eagles Web, for for the Eagle Web boss. The Eagle Web bosses in here, we not kind of falling for that. It just don't sound right. Yeah. But the Easter, that sound like that would be a good fight though. But do we want to see that right now? I don't want to see the Geraldes. I can give a shit about the Geraldes, but who do we want to see him at 147, 140? Who do we want to see Taylor fight like right now? I wouldn't even mind Taylor versus Broner to see to put Broner out of boxing for good. Or if Broner's just going to be, because Broner's going to show up, or he's not going to show up. But I would like to see the last chance for Broner. Broner been on so many last chances. Gil down here crowded. Gil said, Geraldes is the face of boxing. And then Derek Bailey crying. He laughing out loud. He crying at D-Lo. Yeah, D-Lo a fool today. Yeah. Then D-Lo is on him again. D-Lo said he's a made-up fighter. He said whichever available Hispanic male that they can find on singing day, they can make 140, assumes the name of Geraldes. Yeah, then D-Lo said that's why there's no picture. Yeah, you pull up, yeah, you can't find him, man. And then D-Lo again, Geraldes ain't even got a face. So how can he be the face of boxing? Yeah, he's the new face. He's the suspect face of boxing. Like I said, man, if you so suspect that you get into the criminal lineup and everybody leave, you know your ass is suspect. That's straight up suspect right there. But D-Lo hate him. We don't like you, Geraldes, and we don't know what you up to, Swamp Monster. But guess what? It looks like Eagles Web people ain't going for that shit. that I'm sorry. I mean, you wanted it to be cool, but it's like, no, nobody's going for it. Nobody's going for it because you should have had at least, if y'all gonna put names up, if y'all gonna pad the thing, then let's see like full descriptions and stuff like that. We want to see full description, full names and stuff like that. But you throwing people at us that we just like, who the hell is this? But let's get into a couple of these right now. Since we talking about these are the fights that we want to see right now. So I don't know if this is the best. This one is probably the one of the best ones because it seems like we can't get fights. I don't know if you guys want to agree with this. And this is on fight nights. I'm only gonna cover 4 of them, and then the rest of them we can just cover on our own. We can figure this shit out on our own. But we're not going for the Heraldez. We're not going for that one. So on Saturday, October the 17th, it's supposed Vasily Lomachenko, little pink dwarf with the sausage arms, is supposed to be fighting Teofimo Lopez. I give that one a thumbs up. I agree with that one. And then on the 31st, I don't agree with this date. It's actually the 31st. 31st is a good day, but it's just what it symbolizes, 10/30, when you got that 10 in front of it. That 10 and then, that 10 and then 31, that October. We're not going to talk about that, but all the orange and stuff, y'all got to check out the symbolism for yourself. Leo Santa Cruz versus Gervonta Davis. And that's kind of a thumbs up for me, too. I mean, that's okay. Okay, but then this one, and I told you we were going to talk about these lighter fights, but we're going to do it this time. So, in a way, it's fighting Jason Maloney. So that one that one's questionable for me. And then going over to the one that we want to see, Danny Garcia versus Errol Spence. If that's all we can get, then I'll take that. It's mandatory. Let's go ahead. That's a good fight. I go ahead and give that one a thumbs up. Roy Jones versus Mike Tyson. They want $50 for y'all to watch one of them have to take oxygen or something. And that's the other one. So I'm going to agree with about 3 of those fights. And a couple of them up in the air. And in the Tyson fight, of course, everybody's going to spend their $50 just because they want to see it. They just want to see something. Yeah, D-Lo's still going on. He said, Heraldez my ass. He said, there ain't no Heraldez. I simply don't believe it. So what is he pulling? What kind of bullshit? He said, a goddamn creator player. He said, shaking my head. I don't know. Yep. D-Lo just going in. D-Lo, I can't respect a recent champion fighting a faceless opponent. He said, my need to do better. Yep, you got to do better. These programs out here fighting Hollow Man and shit. I didn't D-Lo put so much shit down there, but he got Gil Cole's crying. Yeah. But come on, man, stop putting up. I said now I got to put me a suspect. See, you got me another one, D-Lo. Now I got to start putting up a picture. I got to put suspect up when we think something's suspect. So Eagle got to put up a suspect in the middle of the screen when we got this bullshit suspect stuff going on. But the Lomachenko, okay, let's get that one. Let's get that one going. The Gervonta Davis, let's get that one going. And the Gervonta Davis, shut your ass up. Stop talking about. Don't even talk about fights no more. Worry about your shit. And matter of fact, this is advice for any fighters. You can do what you want to. I'm a fighter. I do this. I do. You do what you want to. But advice from Eagle is shut your ass up and get in some good fights. Get your ass in a fight to where we can be like all anxious and shit, so we can be on the so we can be a ooh and an ahhing and shit. I'm tired of watching fights and being so calm, because I watch them calm because I'm trying to look at every little angle. I'm trying to look at footwork. I'm trying to look at everything. That's why it's always good. I must just start watching as just a fan, like but I'm not gonna get that. Wilder was the last one that left me like that. And the Charlo kind of left me like that too. I was like, oh wow, because it was just a shock that those 2 punches and then that one low just did. I was like, man, that's perfect. When that air leave your body like that, and you like, you can't get your air. You can't do shit. You just can't do it. You can't do nothing. But we're not getting fighters to leave us with that. So who should Sean fight next? Who should okay, but see, this is another thing. I'm starting to hear this bullshit, but I don't know if I believe it or not. So to Siri, taxidermy is rumored to be, wanting that smoke. Man, I don't know. That's all bullshit. I don't believe it. I got to see it. I got to see it on something mainstream. I got to see it on something main in order for me to believe that he wants to smoke. He don't want no knockout. He's about to get his ass knocked out is what he's going to get. Because Mel is about that action. And a lot of people want Mel. Everybody want to skip weights and shit. Ain't nobody talking about, oh, they can't make weight no more. It's just like my brother just said, though. It's not like they can't make weight no more. So they up their bag grabbing. And it's a perfect time to bag grab. You know why it's a perfect time to be bag grabbing? Is because this Rona took a lot of people's bags away. So I got to eat. I got to feed the family. I got to do this. I better clout chase. I better do this. Maybe I can get a chance. Maybe I can win. He's a bigger fighter. He punch hard. But I'm slicker. Maybe I can catch him. I can get away with the win. I can get him. You convincing yourself all that shit. See, the reason, Gil, and I know you love Sean, but the reason I can't go with Sean is, this is the reason I can't go with Sean. I can't go with Sean because Sean showed from past history that he didn't want no more of a fight that he should have went back and got, and that was with the Brownie man from England. Bro, he didn't go back and get that action. That's all I don't believe. It's hard for me to believe him. Not without it being some kind of a damn story. But thanks for your input though today, though, D-Lo, because D-Lo just went completely crazy on the dude. D-Lo just like, no, stop having invisible face. You got shadows up here, imaginary people you putting together, smash mans and shit. We don't know what you're doing. You know, most games you play video games, they got a mystery character or something like that. A lot of times you don't see, there's really no face or something like that. That's what his ass is. Yep. A John Doe. Yeah. Here we go. D-Lo said, are they fighting in the big room at Golden Corral? D-Lo still going in on Derek Belly crying. Yep. And that's good. Well, I don't know, Sir Flame. I wouldn't go. Sir Flame's going hell no to Gil, but I don't know, Sir Flame. To me, that's not bad. If we could see it like right now, why not see it right now? Do you want to see Porter versus Mel? That's okay with me. I want to see. Matter of fact, to me, I would like to, because of the kind of fights that Ennis has had. I would like to see him going this fight Ugas, because of the kind of fights he's been having. So we want to see what he can actually do. Derek Banks said Porter should fight Ugas since he has a belt. Yep, plus Porter already beat him. I'll watch that. That could be one. Yeah, but I can agree, and I can also disagree at the same time, Sir Flame, because you're saying Boots ain't fight nobody close to Porter. But he wants to smoke though. And the thing is, it's kind of hard to deny a fighter when they act like they want everything, even if we know what's best for them, or we feel like we know what's best for them. But at least as a fighter, like if it's Ugas or somebody, a Porter, but damn, at least it has to be a step up. It ain't a Heraldez that we can't even see. Y'all create a fighter night. So like you gonna just create a John Doe fighter, and then all of us, we supposed to go for that. Or we're gonna create a fighter for, get your ass out of here, man. See, if you do shit like that, then you can't be a monster in my book. So what about the Santa Cruz? Is that okay? Is the Santa Cruz fight, is that okay? You guys okay with that one? Are you guys okay with those fights? Are you guys okay with the Inoue fight? Are you guys okay with the Lomachenko fight? I'm not going to ask you about the Danny Garcia fight because I know you guys are okay with that one. There's only 2 fights that I don't have to ask you about. Or 3, actually 3. I don't have to ask you about the Roy Jones because that's just a spectacle. You guys want to see that. I don't have to ask you guys about the Danny Garcia. But the Inoue, I'm going to ask you about that. And the Santa Cruz, I'm going to ask you about that. Is that good enough for us? Because I'm tired of just waiting and shit. Because I mean, I don't have the money to be spending just to be spending. Just to watch you bring your ass in and not perform. I'm not going to be buying all these pay-per-views and, you know, and listen to everybody. Oh, yeah, he's been doing good in sparring. And get you all hyped up and you get into a fight and you get pieced up. And I'm going to be honest with y'all, I don't trust Hurd. I don't care who he's been in the ring with. I'm still not trusting him. Because he had to fight that damn welterweight to get his bravery back up. And then he get his ass up in there with the wrong person. He's going to get pieced up. He's going to get hit. And he's not the Iron Chin like we thought he was. He's not all iron and he's trying to overwhelm. Because he's going to try to box now. He's not going to try to overwhelm and all that. He's going to try to box. All right, but we'll see. Maybe it was just a fluke, not a fluke, but maybe it was repairable. But we already know how you say it, D-Lo. What is that called? He got the seepage, the chin seepage. I don't know if it's for some people it might be sealable, and other people it might not be sealable. You might not be able to seal that shit. Yeah. Yeah, there you go. Boots ready for anybody. Yeah. Yeah, but Porter is going to rough him up. I agree with Sir Flame too, though. Sir Flame said I think Porter would dominate Boots on physically. Yeah, I think he's going to do something. I think he will also. I think that Porter is going to just be like a rough, bad night. But I actually think it'll be a good fight. The reason I think it'll be a good fight is because Boots does need some kind of exposure. I don't think Porter is that dangerous as far as like, I don't think like he would knock him out. But if he frustrates him too much and gets him all messed up and they don't have a game plan, Porter will win. I really don't want to see Boots in survival mode, but hey, sometimes they got to go through it. Yeah, but if he wants to smoke, that's right, Gil Cole. He said, plus he won't smoke. And then D to the base, I think Boots needs a hard fight before trying Porter. Well, okay, who guys then? You got to fight somebody. We're talking about what we want to see next. Who you want to see next? Who you want to see next to fight any of them? Let's jump up to the coward, the coward division, which is the heavyweight division, which is supposed to be the crown jewel, which ends up being the coward division. So in the coward division, and if I'm wrong, somebody tell me another division that got more cowards in it than the heavyweight division. In the coward division, who do we want to see fight next? You want Tyson Fury and Wilder? Who you want? Who do you want? Do you want White? Do you want to even see White fight? Do you want to see AJ fight somebody? Who you want to see AJ fight? Huh? AJ versus who? Who you want to see at heavyweight? At heavyweight, who do we want to see next? Who's next at heavyweight? Who do we want to see? I know we got all these divisions. Nobody's calling. Nobody's saying anything. But who do you want to see next? And who do you want to see? The most important divisions. 160, 154 is already going to be taken care of. So 160 and heavyweight. And let's stick with one of the twins. Let's stick with Maul. So who we want to see Maul fight next? And by the way, side note, Maul did say that he'll move up to 168 or 175 to fight Canelo. But in heavyweight, yeah, this is what we got to wait on, this bullshit. And see, Fury know that we got to wait on his ass. He's scared to death. Fury's scared. Fury is showing signs of being scared for some reason. You just won in dominating fashion, but why are you showing so much fear? You're not hiding that from grown folks. You're hiding that from other people. But you're not hiding that shit from us. We know what the stall out means. We know what that means. When you stall it out like that, we know what the hell that means. So stop it. Don't try that shit in Eagles Wear boxing. Try that shit somewhere else. And what happened to this guy that came in that was just talking like he knew everybody? Did y'all do something to him? Len Roy. Or y'all just let him wear himself out. Y'all just let him start talking to himself. Let me see what y'all did. Let me go in here and see if y'all let him live. No, it look like y'all let him live. Yeah, y'all let him live. I thought y'all had got rid of him or something. He got quiet. I guess he realized this wasn't the right forum to come into. He come in here suspect. He come in here with no picture too. Come in here suspect. At least come in with somebody's famous picture or something. Yep. Okay, Tio versus Loma. He said, I want to see that fight. Yep. Yeah, we said that. That's a good one. Yeah, we want to see that. Yeah, Boots just fought a tough, durable fighter. He did. That fighter was pretty durable. Couldn't take everything, but that's hard enough for him to go ahead. Yep. Sir Flame said, I want to see them. And then Gil Cole said, I got Loma. Look at Gil. Riding with the pink dwarf with the saucer's arm. Okay, go ahead. Derek Bailey said a hard 12-round fight at Gil Cole's. Yep, Gil Cole's. At Derek Bailey, 100. Tyson versus Wilder. Yes, we definitely want to see that. Derek Bailey, another good one. AJ versus Ortiz. But that won't happen. Yeah, it's not going to happen. I want to see AJ versus Ortiz also. That's one of my picks. Or AJ versus Dubois. Get his big ass up in there because he's supposed to be, he's a monster. I'm talking about fights we want to see like right now. I don't want to talk about no fights that you want to see 2 years from now. No, throw their ass in there. If push comes to shove, if we could throw them all in there, who would you throw in there right now? Yep, that's a good one too. Loma versus Theo. Charlo versus Canelo or Andre. Yep. But you know what? I want to see Charlo versus Canelo. I'm tired of waiting for Charlo versus Canelo. Canelo don't want no part of Charlo for some reason. He don't want Charlo. Because he was born ready to run. I was born ready. Yeah, you was born ready to run. See, don't make statements and shit. I'm talking about people in here. Anybody. Anybody. Do not make a bunch of statements if you're not going to back them up. Don't say that you born ready and you got on track shoes and shit, and you're already starting to run. The gun haven't even fired and your ass is already starting to run. Stop that shit. Stop it. Cause you got grown folks out here too that we do boxing chat too, and we gonna just get you and just roast your ass for what it's worth. So stop telling us that I've been born ready if your ass don't want to fight. Yep. And of course, Earl versus Danny and Bud, if he ready. There we go. I want to, the Earl versus Danny. That's good. And Bud has to fight somebody else now. Bud can fight Earl, but I'd rather see Bud versus. To be honest, what's more intriguing for me, and it might not be for everybody, what's more intriguing for me is Porter versus Bud. For some reason, I think that fight would be more interesting. Or Keith versus Bud. I'm just saying that to me, those fights would be more interesting to me. Yeah. D to the base, I think he left. Yeah, he knew wasn't nothing. Derek Bailey, he knew wasn't nothing in there for him. He seen nothing, but he was the lone sheep in here, cause ain't nothing but wolves in blue. So he know he was the only sheep in here. He's like, oh shit, I'm only sheep. I'm just talking out the side of my neck. Let me get out of here. That was what you call epic troll fail. On his own. He just epically failed as a troll. Sir Flame Ortiz and AJ would be a good one. Yep. But AJ don't want no smoke. Yeah, I even watched Haney versus AB. I watched that. I watched Russell versus Lomo again. Yep. I'll watch it again. He said Charlo too young for Canelo. You have to be at least 37, 38. God dang. See? And see, Canelo, you come in and see the thing about Eagles Web boxing. Anything in here, you will get your ass roasted. I don't. We don't care about what size you are or nothing like that. We don't care what you think your status is as a fighter and stuff like that. Because we talk boxing and we talk other things. As you notice, as we're talking boxing, we're not talking just boxing. We're talking other things. We're talking grown folk shit. So when you get your ass caught up in the web, like you get caught, you're going to get roasted. As simple as that. Because the thing about the web is we're watching what you're doing. Now, the young kids are just like, especially Hispanic kids, they're all happy for you. Oh, yeah, Canelo, he's such a great fighter. See, they falling for that stupid shit. But in here, we're not. Because we're watching your ass. And we're watching who you fight. And that's why you're getting clowned up by Derek Beatty saying that you only want the old fighters. Fighting old-ass Kovalev. Did you look like he got paid to take a dive? I done seen Kovalev take better punches than that. He all sitting. He don't look like, man, I don't know. I'm sorry, man. I ain't no. And don't be calling me conspiracy and shit. But I just don't like. I'm grown, man. There's certain shit you can't show me and I think is real. I don't care. I watch fights to where I knew somebody took a dive. Like I'm just looking at him like he about to take a dive. Where the competition was just that much stiffer. I've seen people just fold up. I've seen people fold up in the gym and fold up. Like they think they want to become a boxer or something or want to fight and they just fold up. And the person who's fighting them know that they're not really taking, that heavier shot, but they just fold up. Stop being fraudulent, man. Stop being fake and fraudulent. Because in here, when you fake and fraudulent, you're going to get caught. You're going to get caught up being fake and fraudulent. We're going to get you. We're going to get you up in Eagles Web. If you fake and fraudulent and you coming in here with that bull, we got you. We already got your number, so stop it. Stop trying to play us and stop trying to come up with Heraldezes and shit. Shadow faces and stuff. Stop coming up with these fighters, these made up fighters and stuff. If you want to fight, get your ass in there and fight. If you don't want to fight, just tell us, hey, I don't think boxing for me, and take up something else. Take up tennis or whatever else you think you can win at. But then if you're taking up tennis late, you ain't gonna win shit. You got to start tennis early. That's one of those sports you got to start in early. You know, sometimes people take up boxing late. Because, just learn how to throw hands and take punches and block and all that. But taking up some sports, you just ain't going to do it. You ain't going to take up professional football late in years or professional basketball late in years or tennis, Swimming. Really ain't going to take up swimming. Get your ass out there and drown. You never know nobody take up swimming late. Oh, I took up swimming at 24. No, you're taking up swimming at 24. You might take up swimming, but not for competition. You might have learned that late. Yep. Surflane said, what about Shakir? There you go again. What about Shakur? And I just had a little bit of words about Shakur the other day. Is I don't trust him and Bud. I just don't trust him as being like so close. The youngster with Bud, they real close and stuff. And I don't know. He got a real bubbly personality. He's a pretty good fighter. And remember, I reported back. It's been months now that he said he wanted to be the alpha. So if you want to be the alpha, then get your ass in there and fight alphas. Get your ass in there. So we can throw his ass in there too, Surflame. Throw his ass up in there. Throw his ass in there with somebody. And we'll see how it work out. You feel me? We'll see how it work out. Yep, we're going to find out. We'll find out because he's not like a huge, he's not like a big knockout artist. What, he's like not even 60%, but he looks good though. But we got to see. We got to see who he fight. The last fight he had was Felix Caraballo, right? Okay. So where do you go from there? So where does he go? who do we want to see him with? Somebody give me a name. Who y'all want him with? See? And like I said, anybody. He can put him with anybody you want to. Because he's kind of a tall fighter to be such a lightweight. You know what I mean? To be such a light, to have such a light weight, yeah, he's pretty tall and stuff. So he's rangy. So you can put his ass in there with somebody. So I agree to put his ass in there with somebody big. Put his ass in there with somebody a bigger name. Sorry. Highlights. Yeah, I know y'all don't like that because Eagle doing it all quick like. Here comes the crybabies coming up. Oh, is that a counter uppercut? Am I still throwing the punch? Am I about to land on my face? Counter. Boom. Yeah. And this is the reason I say that I don't think that I just don't think Williams is got no business in there. That's all I'm saying. Face of boxing. Right there. That's it. We're gonna stick with this right here, but we're gonna need to see you get some fights in there, man. We're gonna need to see Porter step up. Okay, so out of the whole discussion, man, so no more of this, we don't know who you are. This was a perfect show to talk about who somebody is. Because we ended up talking about somebody that none of us know. We ended up talking about Geraldez, and it's like, man, you suspect, dude. You got a shadow face, you padded record. Man, get your ass out of here all the way. So, even when it comes to Bud, there's no more. After this, okay, all the cripples, all the horns, right? So no more horns, no more cripples, no more con men. You got to get your ass out there and fight. No more green solid, none of that. So you got to get your ass out there and fight. So for me, Crawford is at the end of the road when it comes to sneaking us. Matter of fact, Swamp Monster, you at the end of the road. This is your first. You don't even get no more chances. If you done pulled some bullshit off on us, you don't even get no more chances. Plus, because we don't. That's too much of a suspect. You know what I mean? You too much of a suspect. So Swamp Monster, yep. Sean Porter, you can't fight nobody else because you got your one. Okay, yeah, you pulled off the mandatory. Yeah, whatever. Sean Porter, so SP. Sean Porter, you can't do no more stupid shit. I don't want to hear it no more. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear nobody saying nothing. AJ, you can't do nothing else stupid. We don't want to hear it. So a lot of fighters we just don't want to hear from. Yeah. And then of course Bud. So Bud, I'm just writing down. Bud, you can't do no more stupid shit. I don't want to hear none, no more about your fights and shit. Who you fighting, Jeff from Tire Shop, but no more of that for you. And who else we got? So we got a few fighters that no more bullshit fights. And then actually, I'm gonna say that Cinnamon Bun, that you can't pull no more shit. He will. That's the whole thing about Canelo. He will pull some more bullshit. All they doing is scamming us. If y'all don't understand that by now, then y'all just ain't gonna never understand, man. I'll see you down there. Y'all sorry got up in here. Y'all English brother then got up in here. But look, we're tired of y'all trying to pull all these tricks on us. You see, D'Lo went completely off. D'Lo was in here and just went completely off on that whole Heraldez shit. He's like, who the hell's Heraldez? I ain't never heard of him. What does he do? He's asking all the questions. What does he do? I'm like, man, your guess is good as anybody's in here, man. We trying to find out who this suspect person is, and we know that straight up suspect right there. Yeah, that's right, Gil Cole. He said Coles versus Bailey 2 for the EWP belt. That's right. he wants his look at, he already won his belt back. You must have got underneath his skin, D to the Bailey. He want his belt back. I want my belt back up in Eagles Web, man. F that. But hey, let him get his strap first, man. He ain't got his strap. Gil already want the re-up. I gotta get that re-up. Then I tell you what I told y'all. I told y'all January, right? So October, November, December. Yeah, January, man. Calm down. Gil's ass Gil want it. I want it right now. Y'all sir say yeah, Derek Bailey laughing first, and then y'all sir he said salute Eagle in the chat, and everybody saluting him out. And then Derek Bailey said, I think Aaron would make Bud versus Green Beans too. Stop it, D to the Bailey. Stop it. There's no more trickery when it comes to Bud. We can't keep going for this shit, man. All these tricks and shit that Bud's pulling on us, man. No more of that shit, man. It's Friday. Come on, man. Let's not do this on Friday, man. This is the first Friday of the month, man. Let's not do that. Let's try our best not to do that, man. No more trickery like that. Shit. If you put it on pay-per-view, see how many buys you get. Nobody's buying that shit. We need these fighters to step up and start fighting. And like I said, one thing I can appreciate about the 154, even if they know that, they might not be as sturdy, chin might not be as durable, they will get their ass in there and fight. But don't y'all forget me giving my thumbs up before you hit that live, man. Because y'all shorted me. I think y'all shorted me on the last live, man. There's a bunch of people in here. And I know I got shorted. Don't make me have my champ in here check y'all. Because he will tell it that it's many of y'all in here. Besides trolls, I know I'm not going to get the thumbs up for trolls. They ain't going to do nothing. I ain't going to give them no thumbs up. They think they're doing a service or something like that. But they already gave me a view, though, dummy. You came in and gave me the view. It don't matter it doesn't matter. It goes by views, too, though. So you give me a couple of views. It don't matter if you come in and I ain't going to give them a thumbs up. I'm mad or whatever. Come in here all salted up. You so salted up, like I said, all you need is a little bit. You need some tequila and some lime, and you'll be good with your salted self. Yep. D to the Bay said, watch. He said, watch Eagle. The Brook fight fell through. Yep. Damn. See, D to the Bay, I don't even want to talk. See, y'all gonna make it to where I can't even talk in a good light about Bud anymore. Okay, since Derek Bailey brought that up, so let me get to the adult part of it. Let me ask the adult question about it. So, is there anybody in the chat right now that feels that as long as Bob Arum has been promoting, that Bob Arum could not make the deal? That he failed at making the deal? That he just negotiate? He just couldn't negotiate. I want to hear from somebody. Somebody let me know. Do you feel that Bob? I'm gonna drink some water and drink to finish my cold tea. But that's the question. Does anybody feel that Bob cannot make the negotiations? And matter of fact, since it's grown folks chat, I'm asking y'all about any of the fights, man. You think about it. Has Bob been around long enough to make fights? Sugar Ray Leonard, Muhammad Ali, Marvin Hagler. Come on now. And if y'all think Bob hasn't been around, I don't even know. I don't even know why you even in here. That's the question, though. Why I'm telling you, I'm drinking my little bit of water. Y'all give me the answer to that one. Okay. Now I got my throat back lubricated and I got my medicine. my daily medicine that you always need to have medicine when you eat all this stuff that they give you to eat. Because they took all our food, man. They just uprooted everything. Uprooted the animals, they uprooted the fruit, uprooted the landscape, took all the trees out. This is a side note. On this part of the country is where the weather's actually made for other parts of the country. Like, in case y'all don't know that. Besides all the stuff that comes off the Gulf Stream and all that. But as far as the Midwest and all that, all the weather comes from us. And I'm not talking about the weather that comes off the lakes. But a lot of the weather is made here. But guess what? Our weather makers for ourselves, because the weather is made for other parts of the country, it's not really made for us. That's why we always got sun. And that's why we in October we're still 100-degree weather. 100 degrees, are you believing? And you're supposed to get the hottest like 3, something like that. 3 or 4 o'clock. Are you kidding me? It gets darker soon. It gets dark sooner, but you're at 100 and something degrees. And the reason being, just a little bit about nature, is that we used to have these trees called redwoods. I don't know if everybody's heard of redwoods. How dumb you think we are, Eagle? We heard of redwood trees, but everybody hasn't heard everything because people might not be in the plant life. But the redwood trees themselves, they create an ecosystem all by themselves because they collect the water and they will rain and water their own self. And they will water the plants. I think I covered that before. They will water all the plants around them. But people don't understand the whole devastation of the whole redwood. They think it was just one forest. No. California used to be covered in redwoods. And now, when they talk about all these fires, if these fires are so-called naturally occurring, that this stuff is actually coming from them redwoods being gone. And I'm going to do an update. Matter of fact, I'm looking out. I looked out today, and I'll probably do an update. I'm going to do another fire update to show you, because guess what? We're under fire again. God dang. Cars being covered in that same black soot from all these fires again. So they're getting us again out here where I live at. That's a damn shame, man, that this is being done to us. Because you would figure that if you know that you're going to have fires at a certain time of year, wouldn't you even, if you was in like out in the forest, wouldn't you build like water stations out there, like a tower with water, you know what I mean? With hoses and all that shit, or where trucks can go up there and fill up quick. Wouldn't you think you would do that by now? Or you think you would just, we'll just fight them as they come? I mean, don't people have fire extinguishers in their house? Don't you have one in your kitchen? Aren't you supposed to have a fire extinguisher? You don't know who's cooking. Or don't you have to have a fire alarm and all this stuff? I'm just saying, man, it's just, I don't fall for certain stuff that people say, well, they're doing the best they can and this and that. I'm like, no, I don't. It's hard for me to believe that you have less knowledge about how to take care of stuff like that than my people used to do. Because we used to start our fires. We didn't have a bunch of forest fires and stuff like that. We used to start our own fires to prevent fires. I don't get it. Yep. But y'all, sir, okay, salute back to y'all, sir, again. Yep. I think Aaron would make Bud versus green beans, too. I read that, but yeah, that's BS. The Brook fight fell through. God dang, said no Bob is just cheap. That's D to the baby. He said just cheap as hell. And then y'all start coming right back. He said I heard of the redwoods. He said I watched documentaries on Yellowstone. I think it was. Yeah, Yellowstone. Yellowstone is it's different pines over there, and I wouldn't doubt that they, if you go through there, there's probably a bunch of redwoods all throughout there. But we have a lot more desert in the United States and flatlands that we were supposed to have. Because you can see those trees. Just think about a redwood compared to like most forests. Like you can see trees up in the mountains. You can see the shadow of trees, like regular trees. Let's say the trees are 50 feet tall. Let's pick the biggest one at like 75 feet tall. Okay? And you can see those hills and trees and stuff from miles away, 50 miles away, 100 miles away. But so just think about it. If you had redwoods, how far away could you see redwoods? Because you're talking about redwoods over 100 feet tall, like 200 feet tall, towers. And if you have like older ones, even taller than that and wider than that. So how far away would you be able to see them? I mean, you would see the climate that they actually invent, that they carry with them. I mean, and you wouldn't see the heat wave that you see from a distance, you wouldn't see that. You would see a lot of clarity. because the air would be clean. Those trees would just be standing up. And not even doubtably that there was probably even trees that were even bigger than that, because they have found some. They are trees that are bigger. They call them sequoias, and I think they found there's a tree they call it the Joshua tree. They found out this tree. It took a guy, I think, 2 years to be able to determine the age of this tree, and it's just like more or less a remnant of a tree now, but still alive, and it's over 7,000 years old. So think about it. If you have one tree, is that telling you a story? If you have a tree that's over 7,000 years old, and he don't have no cousins, no neighbors, no brothers and sisters, what the hell happened? Why is he so old? Shouldn't you have a tree that's 5,000 years old? Shouldn't you have some trees that are 2,000 years old? Shouldn't you have some trees that are 1,000 years old? Shouldn't you have some trees that are 500 years old? So why are all the trees in the forest less than 100 years old? Because that's a refurbished forest. It's not the same forest anymore. You can go to parts of forest in some areas where you still see 100-year-old trees, like over 100 years old, maybe 200-300 years old. But then a lot of them, there's no. It's like, wait a minute, that tree's only about 50 years old, 60 years old. That's not, and that's a forest. Get the hell out of here with that. It's what they call new growth. Now, new growth is different. You're supposed to have old trees behind the new growth. Then you have trees popping up, but you still supposed to, the granddad and all that still supposed to be there. So with all the fire and shit, believe me, I'm not one that falls for this stupid shit. I ain't falling for this. I don't know where this stuff is coming from, but all I know is the shit is very suffocating, and I know what smoke smells like. If a pine is burning, I know what that smells like. If paper's burning, I know what that smells like. If oil's burning, I know what that smells like. If grass is burning, I know what that smells like. Even if a house is on fire, I know what that smells like. But this shit that's going on over here, I don't know what that smells like. I don't know what kind of smoke it is. I'm like, what kind of smoke is this? There ain't no smoke from nothing that burns that I know that burns. I even know what plastic smoke smells like. Plastic, cotton. I know what all that shit smells like. Because as a kid, you burn everything. You know, you go in the backyard, you just start burning shit. Because you learn about fire, you're like, oh shit, fire. You want to burn everything or heat everything up. Because that's the curiosity of a child. If you never had that, that's because you was, I don't know, if you was sheltered or just stuck or just played nothing but video games, you didn't just explore stuff. Your mind didn't explore stuff on its own. That's all I'm going to say about that. But there you go, yeah, sir, yeah. Redwoods, you just have to try to find the true story if they're going to tell the truth. They may not. Gil Cole said 45 said, he said y'all need to rake the forest. See? Why y'all saying that, Gil? Be nice, man. Don't be mean. That's not nice, man. You need to rake the forest up. Yeah, we got all that damn, I don't know. Don't get me started, Gil, because I don't know. I still see trees out there. I went through there. I took y'all with me on that trip when I was going through. I put that up on one of my videos. I may go through there again just to check it out. Shit, I might go through there this week, like Sunday if I have some time. I might go through there again. If we gonna keep these clouds of smoke going here. The sun been red, man, for a month. Red sun and red moon because of all this fire. Or not even fire. I don't see no fire. I don't feel no heat. All I do is see smoke. Yeah. Derek Bay said I was watching the PBS and they were talking about Sonoma County. Yep, Sonoma County. That's where they got them big ones at. Big ass trees, man. Them some big trees though, man. Them some huge trees right there. Sequoias. Sequoia. They even got an institute named after Sequoia. D to the base say, yeah. But y'all time Gil's ass out when he come in here with that, man. Shit, I wish I would go up there. If I lived up there, I'll rake the forest. Some of it. I ain't raking no whole forest. Just around the house. If I lived up there. I was up there. I couldn't get no reception, though. I should have sent y'all what I should have did is I should have video. It was kind of late. It was late, though. It was late, and then the roads up there, there's no stripe on some of the roads. It's like one lane. And I didn't want to, and nowhere to really pull over. I don't want to pull over to some cliff. I was in that big ass truck. And so I didn't want to pull over. But if I would go back up there, like during the day, and I may do that just so I'm going to show y'all the view up there. And not just y'all, I'm going to show the view of when you're up in the mountains like that. And then you're right on the outside of a city, but you got mountains like that, like right, just to go way up there. It's really crazy up in there. It's like it's really thick, but you can see it. Most of the forest up there is still young. It's young forest up there, but it's nice. It's nice, you know. But these fighters, man, they gonna have to bring their ass together, and they gonna have to get these. We need to get these good fights. And y'all heard it, fighters. You heard what my web is saying. They saying who they want to see, man. No, we don't want to see Bud, green beans too. None of that shit. But we're agreeing, and what we are agreeing on, we agreed on a couple of fights. So we're not going to get mad about these fights because we did agree on these fights, and these fights sound pretty good. So you guys do have 3 fights, and we named some more. But you guys got at least 3 fights that we like. We like the Teal versus Loma. We like that. We like the Santa Cruz and Gervonta Davis. We like that. Nobody even cares about the anyway fight. Nobody's saying that. Everybody's quiet. The Danny versus Earl. We like that. And the Roy Jones Jr. versus Mike Tyson. We like that. We like that just for the spectacle of it. But y'all not going to keep tricking us and giving us bullshit fights. But we want fights. Okay, we named those fights, but we still want other fights, man. We need a good heavyweight fight. AJ Ortiz is on the table in Eaglesway. We want that. Tyson Fury Wilder. We want that. Charlo versus Canelo. We want that. So can you please let us have the fights that we want? And with that, y'all enjoy your weekend, man. My shout out to all the real people that I see. That's y'all. I see y'all out there. And my shout out to all y'all that mess with me. And that's the same people. That's y'all too again. Y'all mess with me. And so shout out to y'all, man. Y'all know what it is. It's Friday, man. Friday. It's the 2nd, man. It's the 2nd of the octi, the 8th. The octi is the 8th, but we call it the 10. Anyway, y'all know what it is, man. Nothing but blessings. I'm going to catch y'all, man.